Hi, Temecula probate attorney Scott Grossman here, and today I'm discussing how you know what property is going through probate. The way you know property is going through probate is whether you would need a deceased person's signature to otherwise transfer title to that property. Now, what that means in the real world is this. If your loved one has died and they had a living trust and that trust actually got funded, for instance, you're able to find that there was a deed recorded transferring title of their home to their trust. Their bank account or their brokerage account was transferred to their trust, then that's going to be covered by the trust and it's not going to go through probate. Look at it the other way. If the person has died, so if John Smith has died and John Smith's house is in the name of John Smith, a single man, or the bank account is titled in the name of John Smith and that bank account doesn't have a designated beneficiary, then you couldn't pass title unless John came in himself and he were to sign something that changed the title. So if you need their signature, then you're going to have to go through probate. Now, one thing to watch is when you're dealing with any sort of account, if you've got a bank account, a brokerage account, an IRA, anything that's held by a financial institution, you'll definitely want to check with the institution to find out how title was held. And it's real hit or miss about what people do. Some people are diligent, some are not. If your deceased loved one at the financial institution designated a beneficiary, and the magic phrase to use when you deal with these institutions is, was there a beneficiary designation form? If there was one that was filled out and it names one or more people, then the property will pass those people outside of probate. You do not need to put those assets through probate. If there is no designated beneficiary, or if they name their probate estate as the designated beneficiary, then you'll need to put the property through probate. Now, commonly people will say, well, what if I've got a mix? What if I've got some assets that are titled in the name of a trust or there's a designated beneficiary, but I've got other assets where there is no designated beneficiary, it's still in my deceased loved one's name. Well, where you've got that mix, then those assets where you would need your deceased loved one to sign off, those assets will go through probate. The other assets will not.